Alrighty. I'm actually low-key not in the mood, but it's exactly why I'm recording, why I started recording. Just had my first meal of the day like half an hour ago. I don't know, wasn't hungry. My sleep's been all up the shitter recently. So, my energy levels are so low. Everything's a chore. But, when going gets tough, the tough get going. So, we push on, keep getting videos out. For the first time in like a week, this video is actually going to be out tomorrow, because I'm getting back on track with my record and then upload the next day. So I can, and it's at a reasonable time, it's only 8:15 at the moment. So by the time I record and get this out, I can go to bed at a reasonable time. And yeah, hopefully it's a bit of a snowball effect. We're closing in, we're into the last week. Less than a week now until I get my car back. Oh man, there's little things that piss me off about my car, but as a whole, I love it. I love it so much. And after driving other cars, and the cars I've been driving are just not the same. I like how my car handles, I like how it drives. Even though it's not perfect, there's things wrong with it. It's my car, it's mine. Everything's how I like it, and yeah. Anyways. How are you doing, man? I'm gonna just take a couple of minutes to just self-reflect well, not self-reflect, but just, catch up a little bit. Sit and take a breather. I know life's been busy for me. Well, not busy, but been a lot going on. So, alright, I've got my list of ideas here. I've actually got quite a handful. I've just been like, whenever I think of one, I just write one down, and I've got been cooking up a few. Okay, alright, what are we, 3 minutes in, and I've done nothing, alright. Now, we hear a lot, especially in the self-improvement space, that the 9-to-5 job is, or this super bad thing that is, you're never going to get anywhere with it, anywhere significant. And while that may be true in terms of from a monetary standpoint, like trading your time for money will never make you super rich. It never will. But for some people, that doesn't matter. Like, it just seems like everyone hates on the 9-to-5 structure of going to a job and working for 8 hours and coming home, like it's the worst thing in the world. Well, it may not. A lot of people may not agree with it, and it may not be their ideal top form of work, but there is a percentage of people that are completely happy with going to the same job 40 hours a week for whatever many years, because they don't really, as long as they've got a stable income, which most 9-to-5 jobs provide, stable income, and yeah, they just turn up and they may love their job, they may have a good group, good work, good colleagues, good boss, whatever, but they're fine with that. They quite like the 9-to-5 layout, and becoming super rich isn't a big deal for them. Like they may have other things that they like to spend their time doing, and yeah, I feel like personally people shit on the 9 to 5 way too much. And yeah, there's some what's the word I'm looking for? There's some foundation to their argument. That's the word I'm looking for. But it's whatever you prefer. Like if you quite enjoy going to a job and being in that kind of environment and working with people and whatever, then there's no one, you shouldn't have to listen to people online to decide that you've got to go and make a business and make 10k a month online. Now, I know I'm saying this whilst I am actively trying to make an income online, but for me, I've only worked maybe only a handful of 40-hour weeks in my life, and the whole idea of spending the best part of your day working for usually not the greatest money is just not me. I'm just never one to just kind of turn my brain off. I've got a very active mind, if that makes sense. I think a lot. I'm a very analytical person, and it's just not my thing. So I'm putting in the hard yards so I can this is much more my speed. While my brain is constantly thinking, I can be thinking about YouTube or the book I'm reading, or whatever I'm thinking about. It's productive and I can always get benefit out of it. Whereas if you go to 9 to 5, then you kind of, I don't know that other word. It's very safe, and I've never been one to just be able to settle. Settling for me is the worst thing you can do. I made a video about it like a week ago, and yeah, I understand you can climb the corporate ladder and whatever, get promotions, whatnot, but it's not for me. But that doesn't mean that it may not be for you. I've got friends who are completely fine with working a lot of hours, and maybe because it's part of what you're expected to do in society. You know, you finish school, whether you're going to uni. If you're not going to uni, you just start working. Or if you go to uni, then you can work and earn a bit more than if you at the start. And it's not for me. I want to be able to, whether I'm earning, even if I'm earning less, but I'm getting my money online, and I can, as long as I can look after, live comfortably, then I'm not fussed. But the 9 to 5 is safe, and it's within a lot of people's comfort zone. And I ain't about that. But people treat it like it's gonna kill you. I mean, no, it's not gonna kill you. Like most people working 9 to 5 jobs are perfectly content with their lives, and like they may have they may not have a choice, but like if you've got a family, you've got to earn an income, especially if you're a man. You got to provide, and you've got to be the rock in the family, household, whatever. And as long as they are providing and keeping their family and whatever afloat and comfortable and happy, then that's all that matters to them. They don't care how the money comes in as long as it does, type energy. And that may be an old head mindset. I call it an old head mindset. Like a mindset of older generations. But it's, don't feel like if you do work a 9 to 5 that you are you're a loser or whatever. I mean, there's definitely better ways to be earning money, and 9 to 5s you can't scale as easy as making money online, because like the internet, it moves so quickly, so you can, shit changes within weeks. There's always something happening online. So yeah, I feel like, you've got to, if you are actively shitting on a 9 to 5, whether through your content or just whatever, then you probably don't know, probably a little bit immature, because you hear a big influencer say that a 9 to 5 is bad and all that, but some people just don't care. They don't care if they're not making 8, 7 figures, 6 figures, as long as they're making stable income, everything's going well. They may have a mortgage, whatever, but being extremely rich isn't a big deal for them, and so you can't go out and actively shit on other people's lifestyles just because it doesn't work for you. And I feel like goes just with other things as well, outside of just the 9 to 5. But you can have an opinion, but it's not wise to go and project that on other people. You've got to, you can make your opinion known, and you're allowed to have an opinion, but telling other people that they're wrong or bad or whatever because they like doing something a certain way is wrong. That is an objective truth. And that's where a lot of dissatisfaction with life comes from, because you see people online making all this money and telling you to never work a 9 to 5 and they're all this bad. But yeah, you have to look at what you like to do and how you want to achieve what you want to do and all that kind of stuff, and decide whether a regular 9 to 5 job is for you or not. And if it is, great. If it isn't, great. It's up to you. It's an individual decision. I can't make it for you. Now, I can recommend that you find an income that's outside of trading time for money, but that's not to say that it's wrong or bad. Like, I have part-time jobs. I'm still trading my time for money, and I will be for a good few years still. So you've got to be, don't feel disheartened that you've got a secure 9 to 5 job and feel like you should give that all up just because some idiot on the internet said so. And you see lots of people are doing very fine with a 9 to 5 job, and you should really make a decision based on your circumstances rather than the opinions of people online. So yeah, that's about it. We are 14 and a half minutes in. I appreciate you if you're sticking around. I don't know what I think my retention's like 10% of my initial viewers stick around to the whole video, which, I don't know if it's good or not. I'm still kind of adjusting to all these analytics. But for the 10% of my viewers that stick around, I love you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. That would be amazing, because I'm trying to achieve my dream of making YouTube a full-time job. And yeah, you know the drill. Don't ever forget, life is what you make it.